Imagine a high-stakes diplomatic drama unfolding in Southeast Asia, where world leaders gather and tensions simmer just beneath the surface. Now picture former U.S. President Donald Trump stepping in as the star of the show. This isn't just any summit. It's a pivotal moment where a fragile peace deal between Thailand and Cambodia is set to be signed, with Trump himself at the center. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this truly a breakthrough brokered by Trump's influence, or merely a hastily arranged ceremony to boost his image? Stick around as we dive into the live updates and uncover the layers of this geopolitical spectacle that could reshape regional relations. Tight security blankets Kuala Lumpur for the summit as the Asean Summit kicks off in Kuala Lumpur. With Donald Trump en route, Malaysian officials have ramped up security to unprecedented levels. Thousands of police officers are on duty, turning the city center into a fortress. No vehicles are permitted except for official ones. Street corners buzz with law enforcement presence, and helicopters keep watch from above. It's a clear sign of the gravity of the occasion, ensuring nothing disrupts the smooth flow of events. I'm standing in a nearby park, once slated for an anti-Trump rally. Many in Malaysia's Muslim-majority population have voiced strong disapproval of U.S. policies supporting Israel in the Israel-Gaza conflict. The area is now heavily barricaded, encircled by riot police, forcing organizers to relocate the protest to a distant city square. Authorities insist the original site was too close to the summit venue and urge the group to move, demonstrating their unwavering commitment to a flawless welcome for Trump. This move highlights the delicate balance between freedom of expression and diplomatic priorities, a balancing act that's sure to spark debate among civil liberties advocates. ASEAN leaders pin hopes on Trump's visit for much-needed stability. Jonathan Head, our Southeast Asia correspondent, reports that President Trump has zeroed in on a specific highlight of the summit: a ceremonial signing where Thailand and Cambodia's prime ministers will formalize an agreement to heal their rift following this year's brief border skirmish. Trump proudly calls it a great peace deal that he personally facilitated. Yet, beneath the surface, the countries are still at odds over the exact location of their shared border. They've only managed to agree on initial steps to demilitarize the area during rushed negotiations last week. Tailored to fit this event, for the 11 members of ASEAN, Trump's presence, albeit brief, just 24 hours, carries significant weight. These nations, heavily reliant on exports, were rocked by Trump's previous tariff policies. His attendance symbolizes a potential thaw in U.S. relations, offering a glimmer of stability in an uncertain global economy. It's a reminder of how interconnected trade and diplomacy can be, and most people miss how personal leadership styles can pivot international partnerships overnight. Trump announces arrival for peace deal signing in Malaysia. Donald Trump is currently traveling to Kuala Lumpur and is expected to land imminently. On Truth Social, he posted that he's heading to Malaysia to sign the Great Peace Deal, which I proudly brokered between Cambodia and Thailand. He noted the signing would happen right upon arrival to align with the summit's schedule. Originally planned for later Sunday, it was shifted earlier at the request of Thailand's Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul due to the passing of Thai Queen Mother Surikit on Saturday. Trump mentioned he'd meet Thailand's wonderful Prime Minister upon landing and extend condolences to the Thai people. This personal touch adds a human element to the proceedings, showing how global events intertwine with personal losses. Understanding ASEAN, the heart of Southeast Asian cooperation. For those new to international affairs, ASEAN stands for the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, a group of 11 countries representing around 600 million people across the region. Founded in 1967 by Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Singapore, it expanded to include Brunei, Laos, Vietnam, Myanmar, and Cambodia. Recently, Timor-Leste joined as the 11th member, solidifying its role as a major player. ASEAN's mission is to foster collaboration among its members, promoting economic growth, trade, and regional stability. Think of it as a neighborhood association for nations, where countries work together on issues like poverty reduction, environmental protection, or disaster response. The summit, once an annual event, now happens twice a year, with member states rotating the chairmanship. This structure ensures everyone gets a turn to lead, much like sharing responsibilities in a group project. The ceasefire signing, cementing fragile peace. Today, earlier this year, in July, a brief but intense border conflict between Thailand and Cambodia ended with an immediate and unconditional ceasefire, following days of clashes. Today's ceremony aims to reinforce that agreement, though the peace hasn't been entirely rock solid. To put it simply, a ceasefire stops the fighting, but it doesn't resolve the underlying disputes, like arguing over property lines without agreeing on the fence. Interestingly, a report from Politico suggested that Trump insisted on attending only if he could oversee a peace accord signing, a claim the White House denied. Regardless, his involvement has amplified the summit's visibility, potentially motivating both nations to uphold the truce. And this is the part most people miss: how celebrity-like diplomacy can sometimes overshadow the hard work of local mediators. Has the peace between Thailand and Cambodia held up? Officially, Thailand and Cambodia committed to halting hostilities in July, but the reality has been bumpy. Incidents have continued. Just last month, soldiers on both sides exchanged gunfire and threw grenades near Chongon Ma in Thailand and the An Se base in Cambodia. Adding to the tension, Cambodia accuses Thailand of psychological tactics, like playing eerie sounds of wailing ghosts across the border. Peace talks have faced setbacks too. Recently, Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet released a border map he claimed was mutually agreed upon, but Thailand disputed this, stating no consensus was reached on the map or temporary border lines. It's a classic case of agree to disagree in diplomacy. Your progress stalls without clear compromises. Trump to officiate the peace deal between Thailand and Cambodia. Malaysia's Foreign Minister Mohammed Hassan confirmed that U.S. President Donald Trump will oversee the formal peace deal between Cambodia and Thailand. Trump takes significant credit for ending a 5-day conflict in July over disputed border areas. He reportedly warned that trade discussions would halt unless the fighting ceased, leading to the fragile ceasefire. Politico reported that Trump conditioned his summit attendance on showcasing his peacemaking role in the region, though the White House refuted this. This comes shortly after Trump facilitated a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Stay tuned for more live updates as events unfold. So, what do you think? Is Trump's style of high-profile mediation effective in bringing lasting peace? Or does it risk oversimplifying complex conflicts? Do you agree that prioritizing security over protests is justified for diplomatic events, or does it infringe on free speech? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss.